There's always a little delay. Hello, my name is Bill Edgett. I am currently running Parental Alienation Worldwide Support Group New Brunswick. Um, I just thought I'd come on quickly tonight because one of the members who has been contacting me and looking for help because he's been having difficulty with his daughter's mother, and he's wondering how to deal with the situation properly. I've tried to give him some advice from my experience and from the experience that I've learned from other people who have gone through these situations, and told him his best remedy was to make applications to the court, which he has done so. And apparently there are court orders in place now, but he is still having some difficulties. And he just sent me a message today, and he's been sending me pictures of the trouble he's been having with making sure the court order for custody and access is being followed. Um, Apparently, he was talking to a St. John police officer today by the name of Tony Arsenault. And I believe Tony Arsenault, according to this message, um, he was trying to give this person some legal advice or advice about legal matters. And apparently, he told the officer that that's not your job. I've been working with Bill Edgett. At that point, I guess the officer called me an effing idiot and said that it was illegal for me to give him any advice. Um, I am just trying to help a father have access to his child because the St. John police have been arriving at his home and harassing him and his family uh, based on calls made to the St. John Police Department by the mother. Now, the police, when the father has called to ask for help, said this is a civil matter, make applications to the court. But when the mother is making calls, they are actively interfering with his custody and access court-ordered schedule. So it seems a little one-sided on the way they're handling this case and the way they're dealing with these two parties. Um, Again, he has provided me with some pictures and video of the interference he has been subjected to by the St. John Police Force, and he has given me permission to share them. I might include that information in the documentary I'm making because I have lots of footage for myself with the St. John Police Department, as well as other people that have had troubles dealing with the St. John Police Department and the court system here in St. John. So I've been working with people over the past number of years to document this process and to show people how to get the police, get child protection, and get the Crown out of these matters, because these are civil matters that are supposed to be dealt with the family court. Instead, people are using allegations to bring the police in and try to make this a criminal matter, and using the criminal matters to influence the family court decisions. This process has to change because all this does is make these situations worse and escalates these situations exponentially to the point where it looks like there is no real reason to follow any court order because the police or the courts don't do anything when they are broken. When you ask the police to enforce a court order, they will say it's not our job. This is a civil matter, make applications to the family court. Then if you have a party that continually violates the court order and you ask the court to enforce it and they do nothing, you're sending the wrong message to the people. You're letting those people believe that doing the right thing, calling the police, making these reports, and making your applications to the court, and following the right process, and then doing nothing about it, is a waste of time. And then people will feel like their only recourse is to act like the individual who is using these agencies to attack them and retaliate. That we need to stop. We need to educate people so they can recognize these situations before they escalate. And the signs aren't always there. They are there, but not everyone can see them. A perfect example of that would be a case here from Rosse in last year, just over a year ago now. Her mother, who was a lawyer and was a single parent to her daughter, went to court. Actually, she didn't make it to court. There was a trial set so that the father would be allowed to have visitation in his home province where he lived of Ontario. And the mother didn't want that, and she did not show up to the court for that trial date. It was a horrible situation what happened, but everyone who spoke of the mother said there were no red flags, and there was one glaring red flag. They were going to court for a trial over custody. That is the biggest red flag there is. When you have two people that cannot resolve their issues, that is why they're in court, because either one of the two parties are unreasonable. And until you know which party is the one that's unreasonable, and you keep blindly making decisions, you're going to make the situation worse. You need to identify the problem before you can correct the problem. And that's where things are lacking. The courts, the police, and everyone want to maintain the status quo, hope that all these cases will resolve prior to trial, which about 95 to 98% of cases do resolve prior to trial. In these small percentage of cases, they need to be handled differently. And again, the people that are in a position to help others are failing to recognize when there are red flags present. Like in the case with the mother from Rosse last year, and the CBC article said there were no red flags. There was. The biggest red flag there could be is they were going to court over custody issues. This is what the courts need to recognize. They need to put strict orders in place and make sure they're enforced. Otherwise, these situations will continue to escalate and get out of control. Just wanted to come on and share that this evening. Again, I hope to share those pictures that gentleman shared with me. He's having a difficult time. The police seem to be intervening in favor of one party consistently in this situation, and are interfering with the family court order that is currently in place. So when he has called for help, they've turned him away. They're not treating people the same. They are picking sides and creating more stress in these situations and escalating them by picking sides and choosing sides. That's not their job. It's not their job to tell people this is what the law is and this is how we interpret it. Their job is to collect information and enforce the laws under the Criminal Code of Canada, under the Provincial Police Act. That's what they need to do. That's what they need to do. They need to start looking at this, and instead of picking sides, looking for things that are wrong and trying to correct them. I'm just going to sign off for tonight. If anyone else is having any difficulties with police or CMP, I've gone through my own problems dealing with them, and I might be able to give you a little information to help speed up the process of trying to get some help with these agencies. Feel free to contact me. Take care, everyone. Stay strong, and remember, you're not alone.